Boo. What was her name? Irma. There's Tom Duffy. What is that, a goat? I can't even see straight. God, I hope it's a goat. Mm. There's Mr. Frank. Stupid propane company charged my card for a full refill without more authorization. I'm working on getting that reversed. And by I mean Jess. Well, yeah, I didn't really think it was you. I realized it was, hey, Jess, do this. Yeah, you got like, I don't know, not even 3 weeks left in that place. I don't think so, Mama. Whew. Lizzie was running to the living room and pointing at my phone screen, all annoyed. That's all you get. That's all you have to do. Yeah, the other day the printer stopped working, so I waited for her to get home, and then I said, "Hey, can you come look at this real quick in my office?" She's like, "Yeah," and I'm like, hey, "This doesn't work." So she's like, "All right, go in the other room," because she hates when I hover. So I went in the other room and I read a little bit. She was trying to fix it. She couldn't fix it. There's like a little wheel or something that somehow broke off inside. Like I have like 4 packages I have to mail out this week. She's like, all right, all right, all right. And then the next day and I'm also an old man, so I repeat myself 100 times. And then she said, I have another printer at work. I'll bring that one home. So then she brought it home, but then it was raining really bad, and she left it in the trunk of the car. And I really was gonna be a dick and be like, can you go get that? And of course I can't lift anything because my back is fucking killing me. Oh dog, I detest when you hover. Also, I hate when you call me God. Oh God, not old dog. I can't even fucking read. I mean, it's the same letters. In all fairness, so I got an ice pack on my back. It is not. Is not helping. Ice pack. So and then yesterday she had to go out and get stuff because she made beef stroganoff for dinner last night, which was delicious. And then she brought it in, and then there's Nick Zinn, and then she tried to fix the other printer again. And meantime, Mom was just like, enough, just put this new printer up. But then she did it, but then right before dinner, then we had dinner, and then I didn't feel like getting up, and no, I go back from heat and cold, heat and cold. I had the heat pad on it all morning. You're supposed to go back and forth. You are a doctor, you're Dr. Frank. And so now I got a new printer. It's black. It's instead of the silver one. But I have no idea how to use it. She swears it's hooked up, and I'm sure all I got to do is just do it normal and send stuff out. But now I'm like, I'll wait for her to get home tonight, and then I'll try to do it because I know I'm just going to get aggravated, and it's going to bother me all day. So last night, literally, we were watching. I don't know what we were watching. Oh, we were watching Curse of Oak Island. Oak Island, and out of nowhere, Shelly's sitting there playing again. She says, "Have you heard from Nick Zinn?" And I said, "No, I think he was on Twitch the other day. Why?" She goes, "I'm just wondering if he found the treasure yet." I said, "You know what? Maybe. Maybe he did. I haven't heard from him, which likely means he did it." Yeah. So we were talking about you, Nick. What position is the on? Also, no, it's lit up, so I know it works. And again, she said it's hooked up to my computer. So literally the only thing I can say at this point, okay, is that it will probably just work no problem. But I know me, and if it doesn't work, I will start freaking out. There's Sean Cole, Culligan man. Have you tried speaking to it in a gentle, reassuring voice? Yeah, I don't have that. I don't have that. Have you tried washing your ass? No, I did that a couple days ago. I'm not shaved because I can't stand for long in the shower. What am I freaking out about, Sean? Everything. Ooh. New printer. The other printer died. We watched the 4-part series, I think, on History or Discovery or Max. No, I don't have Max. About the tsunami. It was interesting. It was a great 4-part documentary. I was like, I said to my wife, "Do you want to watch this?" She's like, "I don't care." And I said, "I'll put it on." And then she actually got into it. She was very like, "Oh my god, that's crazy! It's just crazy seeing that freaking wave after wave." And I'm yelling at people, "Get off the beach, you fucking moron!" You shouldn't wash your ass every day, or you ruin all the natural oils. Yeah, I don't like those natural oils back there, though. I don't shower every day. 2 out of 3 days though is what I normally do. Now I did. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be totally honest with you. I think I went 4 days last week without a shower because my back hurt so much. And then when I finally took a shower, I just turned the hot water on as high as I can go, like burn flesh, hot water right on that spot on my back. And it hurt. Like I really haven't written too much. I've been, a little bit here and a little bit there kind of thing. I yell that every time I go to a beach just because I hate crowds. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. But I might have a lead on a GPR to scan this. Man, Nick, you are in this. Committed, and I love it. I absolutely love the commitment. Is there anything cold on this thing? No. Throw that on the ground. Let the cats stare at it for a little while. Do you ever wonder how many humans it took before we realized we needed to wipe our ass after we poop? I mean, do we really need to, though? What other animals wipe their butts? None animals. You know what I'm saying? My cat shit 100 times a day. I don't see either of them going, "Oh, I gotta wipe my ass." Every now and then you see like a horse. Like I was at the farm at Homedale Park, that farm, and there was a horse took a giant poop, like bigger than Nick Zinn giant poop, and then walked over to the fence and started rubbing its ass against the fence. I guess he had an itch. Is Nick going to find the Oak Island treasure? Find out on this week's episode of Chat with Armand. You know what? If he finds it, we'll know because he'll never talk to any of us again. There's no way the very first human was wiping. I'm going to say the first 13 didn't wipe. You know what I'm saying? At least 13, maybe 15. Also, when I was talking, there was a guy, every time somebody has like a stupid name on, I always say, "Oh, do you think their kid's name was whatever?" You know? Having a lifesaver. This is a orange one. And then I said, "It's just fine." I said, like, "Do you think that Nick Zinn's parents named him that on purpose?" And she's like, "What do you mean?" I said, "Nixon." And she said, "Oh, I didn't even think about that. I always just think of him as Nicholas." I said, "Why? I've never called him Nicholas. I've called him Nick." She's like, "Yeah, but I didn't even think about that. Nick Zinn." I said, "Yeah, like Nixon, like one of the greatest presidents ever." And she was like, "Oh, she didn't even get that." Oak Island is too big for me, so I'm starting smaller. Probably a good idea. They've been there for 12 years or more. Frederick von Lichtenstein. Right now, guess what Nick Zinn's dad's first name? Coincidence. Nick Zinn's dad's name is Assassin. There was a girl I dated, and her last name was, and she was not even Asian. Her last name was Ling. And I said, "What is your sister's name? Halfling, Sapling?" I mean, we just did it for a while. For some reason, she didn't date me too much longer after that. Ball. Shecky Zin. Probably is right. I wanted, when Caitlin was born, we were like, oh, let's come up with some names. And my name was, let's name her Rosa. Her middle name, Millie. Rosa, Millie, Rosa Milia. Nobody liked that. Phil McCracken. Exactly. That would be a great name. I hope you're writing these down, Nick. My goal is, there's three stories I'm working on today. I've actually been writing, so I'm trying to do like 15 minutes of sitting in the chair, get as much writing in as possible, and go and sit on the heating pad or the other pad for like 45 minutes. And so this is starting to hurt a little bit, but so I've written parts of 3 different things today. So my goal is to just get to the second page on all of them, which I'm very close on this one. So I'm going to hit this one, although we can keep talking. Richard G. Zinn or Dick Zinn. Don't. How about Anna May Zinn? And we just call her A. May Zinn. Nick, if you're not writing this shit down. I like the original Zinn. That's a good one. Maybe the original Zinn, as in the first Zinn, was the one who first wiped their ass. These are questions, though, that I feel like I'm always thinking of stuff. I'm always like, you know what? When I die, I'm going to go to heaven, go to the pearly gates. I'm going to walk in. I'm going to say, I have some questions. And that's going to be one of the questions. Who wiped their ass first? Is he here? What made you do that? What did you use? Did you use a palm frond? Did you use the skeleton of a T-Rex? I mean, what did you use? Here's what I know. Speaking of dinosaurs. Dinosaurs were on this earth, they say, for 160,000 years. 160,000 years. Which means, while the dinosaurs were still roaming the earth, there was already dinosaur fossils in the ground. Think of that. There was already fossils in the ground. Ooh, I'm burping. I made like six ghetto cheesesteak sandwiches for lunch today, and now I'm burping them up. Gotta stop eating so much. I gotta spray this Cool and Heat. This is the Walgreens version of Icy Hot. I've gone through about 87 of these so far. You can see my buttocks area. That's on you. Oh, good. I just got some of this shit on my hand. All right. Hopefully that works. If I knew you were going to be teaching today, I would have skipped science class 40 years ago. Yeah, well, they didn't teach you that in Sayreville High School. They didn't even know in Sayreville. In Sayreville High School, they were just still like, oh, the dinosaurs don't exist. Let this play out. Give your nuts a shot. I'm busy at work, so hard to respond. You know what, though? Someday, very soon, once the frozen tundra thaws up there for those 2 weeks probably each year, you'll be a rich man. That would probably really suck if I accidentally, like, if I touched my ding-a-ling. And his pesky friends. Obviously, I'm in a better mood today. It's not, my back isn't hurting as much as it did. I'm sure by Friday I'll be in a shitty mood. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week. My wife will be at her mother's. It's like an entire week. And then, some bullshit. Her sister is flying out, when? I think the 24th, 25th. She got to go to Texas. 26th, she got to go to Texas. Cross that out and put it over here. For 2 days, and hopefully then that will be it. And then she'll get the fuck out on the 31st. Tom and Jess will be here. Once I started my scrotum with icy hot totally on purpose. Why would you do that on purpose? That cannot be good. By the way, I'm on the next page here. Is there another roof being put together over here? Jesus, like every day, somebody's got to, and it takes one day, so it's not like, oh, it's the same crew. See what it felt like. It was kind of nice at first. Yeah, I'm sure it was nice and cool. Oh, that's so nice and cool. And then like 5 minutes later, holy shit! It's like my nutsack ate habanero. I don't know, whatever, ghost pepper, something. I was young. There were lessons to be learned, I'm sure. I also stuck my finger in an electric pencil sharpener to see if I could tell the difference between a pencil and a finger. It could not. How small was your finger? Mm. So I have this skin tag on my eye, on my eyelid. And it's bothering me. He's getting so big now, like it hangs down. I can see it sometimes. So my wife put this like little. She bought this thing. I have like a bunch of skin tags on me. It's gross. So she put one on there yesterday, and I kept rubbing my eye, and then it would really hurt because it's basically the rubber band thing just keeps getting smaller and shrinking, smaller and smaller until it cuts off the circulation of it, and then the skin tag dies and falls off. I've done it a couple times and it works. It's just gross. But now, rubbing my eye, I don't even think it's even on there anymore. I was like 4 or 5. I think we all of a certain age stuck our finger into the car cigarette lighter. Well, yeah, you had to. You didn't know what that was. We all stuck our junk into the paper shredder. There was a kid, I remember, forget his name, in my brother's class. We were little, and he had a like a from like here in the corner all the way down to like here on his face. He had like this burn mark, like this disgusting cut, and he had bit into a lamp wire, plugged in lamp. He was like 2 or 3, and he had bit into it, and he shocked himself, and it burned the flesh like inside his mouth over. It's like, ugh. Can't remember his name. Anyway, I got this page done. So I got to the next page, even though Nick is not paying attention, or he would know that I just finished a page. Now maybe I'll go over to this one and finish this page. Sounds like his name was probably Slappy. It probably was. I remember he was the kid who had always came to school with a lot of really racist things that his parents had taught him. Next page, Nixon. Thank you. Next page. He said, and I don't even know if repeating this is a good thing. He said certain people smelled like kerosene. I remember we were like in 3rd grade maybe. And I don't know why. I will never forget that because he said it like it was fact. And obviously, and he learned, but I mean, he would say a lot of other really, we realized like, oh, those are Italian, Jersey Italian racist terms for people. Oh, that doesn't just mean eggplant in Italian. That kind of stuff. And then I would go home and I would ask my mom, and she would get mad. But she wouldn't get mad at me for repeating it. She got mad because she had to explain it to a 5-year-old. 57 degrees, mostly cloudy here, and not very sunny, Jacksonville, Florida, Ty. There's about 30 leaves on the tree now, maybe. My neighbors are happy because when about 1,000,000 of them fall, they all go on their lawns. And I'm like, well, that's life. What do you want me to do? Rake your lawn? I'm not raking my lawn. Almost to the next page on this one, too. Aha! So again, starting on, what did I say? Friday, maybe Friday. Not yet, Nick. Not yet. Not yet. I got a couple lines. All right. Next page, Nick's in. Next page. So from next Friday till the following Friday, basically, I'm on my own. So I need to figure out something good to watch. I was watching Mountain Men, but then I lost my place. And I keep starting episodes, and I'm like, I saw this one. How did I see this one already? So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's happening there. I'm just going to keep eating lifesavers. Ooh, pineapple one's coming up next. Excuse me. All right, let's go to this one. Oh, look at that. Look how close I am to the bottom there. There's the bottom right there. I did not watch Springer yet. I might watch that with my wife, though. Maybe if I put it this way, if I don't see it with her by Friday when she leaves, then I will watch it. I'll watch it over the weekend. But again, her sister, just because her sister says she's leaving Friday, she has never ever left on time at all. So I'm preparing to be alone Friday on, but probably like Monday or Tuesday on. That might be the only thing I haven't really, documentary-wise, haven't watched. I've caught up on all of my shows. I've caught up on all of the Contraband shows. All of the, watch that tsunami thing. It's interesting. I know a new Expedition Bigfoot, I think, starts this coming week. So much. Nick watched the Girls Gone Wild doc and most of Springer. Okay. I like the Girls Gone Wild one, though. They could have been a little more wild, to be honest with you. Expedition Sam Squatch. Yep. Springer was only 2 parts, not enough. Interesting. I've seen a couple of other documentaries on Springer. Whoa, sorry. Speaking of Springer, Chuck Buda has a new book out today, and so do me and Tom. Book 1, Low Tide, in our new trilogy. Hopefully we'll sell some copies. Make us all friggin' rich. Frank agrees with Nick. Says could have been way more to it. Yeah, who makes a two-part anything anymore? Tom is right. You probably could have done a whole episode on each incident they covered. Yeah. I'm sure there's a lot of incidents like that time that those two girls fought, or the time the girl slept her boyfriend for cheating. Those incidents. So this is what I watched last night. I want to talk about. So I watched the Natalia Grace thing, the Curious Case of Natalia Grace, the final chapter, which is not the final chapter. And of course, the couple that took her in, of course, they totally ripped her off, hundreds of thousands of dollars. And of course, then everybody in it, the show is awful, and they didn't show the dad, the original one, the crazy dude. They only showed him like twice in four at 1 hour episodes, and he just desperately wants his 15 minutes of fame. And so I watched that, and then they have a spin-off show, The Curious Case of, and every week they have a different one. So last night they had Bam Margera, the dude from Jackass. Margera, it doesn't matter. And it was an hour and a half. And in that hour and a half, they showed him, like, no lie, 9 minutes total. He was not involved really at all in this. And obviously they show some of the clips of him, losing his shit and stuff. But it was mostly on the other people. These other people. You got to watch it. I mean, everybody in there is in it is like trying to scam him or fight other people. It just really was like the awful people of the internet one. But it really wasn't anything about him. And I'm like, why is this even about him? Like, nothing got settled. Nothing at nothing. So I don't hold out a lot of hope for the next. I think there's 3 or 4 other people. I'm like, are they even going to be in this? Do they even show clips of the Gigi Allen episode? I know in the other Springer thing they did not. When I watched the other documentary on Springer, he was not mentioned. Yeah, I think the little band has come off. Natalia Grace is the final countdown. And you know they're going to have another one because that little midget chick dwarf loves drama. She loves creating it. Remember that one time that girl was cheating on that guy but was fucking around and got pregnant with a third guy who was a transsexual living vampire Nazi? Which episode? That's like the 4th season. That's like every episode of the 4th season. Jerry Springer's the reason I go to work every day. I mean, most people would say that. Most people would say that. Not all the people, though. I'm going to be honest with you, not all the people. Few more minutes. My back is just on fire. All right. Not sure why they have to do that. It's the guys that spray the lawn. Just spray the lawn. What if nobody was home? You're still going to spray it. Yeah, he doesn't know there's a live show happening. Open the door and he's like, I'm here to spray. Okay. Knock yourself out. Means at some point I'm going to have to close this window, I guess. Thankfully I don't have all the windows open. Do they know it's Christmas time? I'll close that, put the fan on for now. I should have said, what's your name? But come on in. Let's do this live show. What do you think of Jerry Springer? I got to the next page too, by the way. Again, another page done. Real quick before you start spraying, what's Nick Zinn's dad's name? Boris Zinn. What's his name? Ultimate Zinn. He is the ultimate Zinn. You know, I haven't listened to music all week because my back's been hurt and my wife's been home a few times. The pineapple ones are my favorite. I ate the box of Stella D'Oro cookies. We finished them last night, and I didn't realize my wife had ordered like a variety pack. I think like 10 different boxes because we don't have Stella D'Oro down here. We ordered them through Amazon. I remember being in New Jersey and eating them all the time. I loved the Stella D'Oro cookies. Some people might not even know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about practice. Sorry. Anyway, I finished another page. We've got a lot of writing in today, a lot more than I have in the last several few days. I want to remind everybody yet again to resubscribe or subscribe, and also to follow me. Subscribe to my YouTube. Building it up. I'm at 140 something followers of the 1,000 I need. Adding more stuff all the time. Next page, Nick Zinn. You son of a bit. Next page. Mm. So that's that. Subscribe, resubscribe, watch a lot of videos. You gotta watch like 4,000 hours of videos or something crazy like that. But pretty much, I think I have like 1,000 hours worth of videos up there. So if 4 of you can just watch all the videos, I think we'll be good. I'm trying to figure out new things, legitimate things, not Mr. Frank Goofy shit. And Frank subscribes for the 5th time this week. Appreciate that. Nostradamus is in, yeah. But they call him Nas for short. I'm trying to figure out how to generate more content for the YouTube without killing myself. I wish the guy I used to do movie things with wasn't such a jerk off, because I would love to. That was an easy one to just sit and record. Alex Chadlovsky jumping in at the end. The nice was locked on me, so I subscribed again. Nice. Sean Cole gives a shout out to Chad. Yeah. For me, the pineapple lifesavers are the best. Yeah, Chad, you got to answer that question everybody else has. Jinzin. That makes sense. How about Ray? Right? Ray Zin. Nick, you ever have a kid, you got to name him Raymond. Jinzin. Well, maybe his family's name was actually DZ. Yeah. The Zin. Meaning, in French, the Zin. Poor Nick comes on here to help announce next pages and just gets piled on. back in the old country of Milwaukee. This is the only place where Nick's friends are actually real and not imaginary, though, so he doesn't mind. Well, they counted your subscription, Frank, which probably means you don't have to subscribe again 4 more times this week, which is nice. I will, I might be on tomorrow. If my back is feeling as good as it is today, I might be back on tomorrow. I definitely will be back on Friday. Friday, I'm going to be hanging out with Good Win, in Amelia Island for breakfast at 9:30. I will be back. But, excuse me. Woo, cheesesteaks. They call him DJ for short. DJ Zin. Because Ice Zin was taken. Exactly. Yeah, that was the real subscription, not that fake one you do. It's my dad that's getting it. Yeah, that's true. We're not making fun of Nick. We're making fun of his dad and his imaginary children. With that imaginary girlfriend. Anyway, I need to come up with something to build up the YouTube. That would be the goal. The goal is also to have a delicious little mini Twix bar. Mmm. So good. Mmm. So fat. Those are the right Twix. I don't eat the left ones because I'm lefty. If I put a 30-day snooze on everybody giving their opinions on Neil Gaiman today, there would be like 8 people left in my feed. Oh, you mean you don't like him? Oh, that's a hot take. Oh, the guy that did awful, awful things to women, he took advantage of people. Oh, you don't like what he did? Wow, I would have never guessed that. Yeah, we get it, moron. Get it so much I'm having a freaking Milky Way now. Milky Way. Left one. I don't think the left ones taste better, though, because I'm lefty. So you got it, it's left brain, right brain. Virtue signaling. Yeah. Yeah, shut up. Because everybody's afraid if they don't say anything, they're going to get attacked. Oh, I didn't say what Neil Gaiman did was wrong, so everybody's going to think I'm all for it. I think he did a good job. No, idiot. Just shut up. Your silence is loud. I'm watching. Exactly, and that's exactly right. Ugh. And listen, this isn't this bullshit of, oh, I sent him some nude pictures of myself, and then he shared it with his friends, and how dare he, and let's cancel him. This is a legitimate. This dude did some awful things. Like, I read that article, and I was like, holy crap. You did some fucked up things to these women. I also learned a couple new things. But because I didn't jump all over social media and talk about how awful he was, that doesn't mean I agreed with any of it. You know what I mean? This dude just spraying and spraying. Hope he does the backyard. He better do fucking backyard. Yeah, a certain muscle-bound author let everyone know he's watching everyone who doesn't voice stuff like this, and he's making it. Yeah, fuck that guy. He's not in charge of me or anybody. Shut up and write your fucking stupid books. Actually, his books are really good. That's what's annoying, I think. Your silence is not tacit approval. Yeah, not tacit approval either. He told us that a year or two ago. Yeah, he says it all the time. Here's your thing. Get on social media and write fucking books. You're the one who complains about him, Musclebound, complains about how awful people are. Well, you're also awful, but just keep talking about it. Shut up. Everybody knows it's wrong. We don't need to pile on. If I say something, what does that really mean? Do you really think at this point, let's be honest, do you think Neil Gaiman at any point is going, oh my God, oh my life is ruined? No, he's going, hey, I own 5 or 7 or 15 fucking houses, and I'm a multi-millionaire, and they're not going to. People don't even know. Most people that are just normal people don't even know about any of this or care about any of this, and they're still going to read him because they like him. They're still going to buy his books because they like him. The dude's still going to make more money than all of us combined, whether he's canceled or not. He doesn't give a shit. He'll make his excuses. He'll get the best lawyers. Everybody will get paid off. He's not going to ever go to jail. Nothing bad is ever going to happen to him, and everybody will forget about it. That's reality. That's the bullshit reality. Not cool. Sean Cole says, I saw stuff about him in the periphery, but I don't need to read about more bad people doing bad things in 2025. My mental health is more important than always giving my opinion on every single thing that happens. Exactly. I've only read one of them didn't like it. Well, you better post that. You better hurry up and post that. We know a couple people who can't wait to say, oh, I never liked him anyway. I hated his stuff, even though if you go through my Facebook feed, you'll see that I've praised the guy a couple years ago. Sean says, I'm also old enough, like a lot of us here, to have grown up in a time before social media. I'm used to keep my opinions to myself because I know most people could care less. Right, exactly. Couldn't care less is the right phrase. Absolutely none of that pays my bills. Right. It's just it's just stupid. Shut up. I mean, I've only read one of Muscle Guy's books. Didn't like it. I read a couple of his, and I liked them. I like his crime thriller stuff. I do. I'm a fan. But I've read American Gods and maybe one other book by Neil Gaiman, and I liked it, which makes me an evil person for saying that. I'm supposed to hate it. I never read Gaiman. You better post that. You better hurry up and post that so people know you're on their side. Who's Muscles Guy? Is that Gaiman? No, we're not going to mention his name because he'll beat us all up. It's kind of like, my wife and I, we watch a ton of investigation, discovery, true crime stuff. Tons of it. And it's always like, we watched one the other day, and the guy who killed the lady was never caught. And then, 30 years later, because of DNA and on, they figured out who it was. They figured out who the guy was. But he'd already been in prison for 20 years for another crime, and then he died in prison of cancer 2 years before they figured out it was him. And the women there are like, "Oh, that's awful. I wanted him to still be alive for sentencing because I wanted to read my impact statement. I wanted to tell him, blah blah blah, what an awful person he's on and on." And I'm thinking, that guy don't give a shit. At no point is people raping and killing people going to go, "Oh my God, his sister doesn't like me now. Oh, now I feel awful. Now it all just That guy is laughing. He's like, "Fuck you." That's kind of like Neil Gaiman at this point. He gave his half-assed answer yesterday about, "Well, I thought it was all consensual. I had no idea if I actually stuck my finger in your ass and took your virginity. Hey, my bad. Okay, let's all move on." Wasn't this Neil Gaiman stuff old news anyway? Why is it blowing up again? It's blowing up again because Vulture magazine put a thing out, I think yesterday, with all of kind of like the timeline of Gaiman and his awful fucking wife, and all these women were interviewed. Well, not all of them. Some of these women were interviewed about the awful shit he did to them. But he just come out in the form of a lengthy article, Frank. Yeah. So we all knew it was happening, but we all just thought, "Oh, he banged the babysitter. What a scumbag." And now it's like, "Oh, he raped the babysitter. This isn't him having sex with the babysitter and his wife is mad. This is..." And here's the fucked up part. As I open the window. The wife... This is part of the article that bothered me about the wife. Is she's basically like, "Oh, don't touch this one. Here's the new babysitter. Don't put your hands on her. But I'm going to leave her in your house alone with you for a weekend." Knowing full well he was a scumbag and he was going to have sex with her and rape her. Gaiman used to live in Wisconsin, so he'd sign around Madison a bunch. Guess I shouldn't post my pics with him. So Game went from a Springer episode to Curious Case. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. I mean, the guy still has he was in, wherever. He was in his house in Wisconsin, and then he was in the islands, and then he was in Miami, and then he was in this house. And he's all over the world, and he lives in all different places. I'm like, yeah, because the dude is super rich, and he's got a shitload of money. And he doesn't care about anything that you do or say. At all. I'm sure he's on Facebook right now going, "Oh my God, Todd Kiesling doesn't like me?" Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. What he did was awful. I get it. There's nobody arguing that point. So why are we all just going to post and post and post and post about it? Because we just got to wait for the next thing to pop up. My shirt is Philadelphia. from when my wife went to that thing. I got a free shirt. I'm wearing it. I think this is the first time I'm wearing it. I mean, yesterday and say I wore it. You put it on yesterday. I haven't taken a shower today. In my natural oils. I don't want to lose my natural oils. All right, I've popped over an hour. We've talked about the gaming thing. I don't know whether there's anything else to talk about. I probably will be on tomorrow. Don't hold your breath on that. I definitely will be on Friday. Thank you for hanging out with me. Hope everybody has a great, great Wednesday. Today's Wednesday. Have a great one.